Have you been craving for Eru, like the real authentic Eru? Please grab a seat over a cup of water, juice, wine, and relax, and let's get. Hello family, welcome to Tasty Tales. Today we are making Eru. I know we already have a video of Eru on the channel, but then we are making this Eru because the last one we did not have cow skin kanda. What is Eru without kanda? But then I'm not saying that one isn't good. It's as good as the one with kanda, but I just want us to do another video with kanda. See, in here I have my beef. This is cow beef, just that I bought it from, I went to the ranch and I bought it straight from the farm, and so it was cut with the skin on. See, like this tastes authentic. It's my very washed beef. I'm gonna go into my pot and add it. I just added my beef here. I'm going to season it and cook it till it is completely done. And here is my cow skin. I'm gonna go into another pot and I'll pour in my cow skin and cook it as well till it's completely cooked. Okay, so I don't like to combine the two because I will not be using the broth. That's why I'm cooking it differently. And here I have my two types of fish. I have the hard skin, like we call it bonga, and then this one is smoked catfish. It's really good in your area. And also I have my crayfish and I have my spinach washed and everything. So season this and then I'll cook it. Okay, let's get into this business. I'm going to season my beef. Just gonna add some salt. Chicken bouillon powder, I can't do without chicken bouillon powder. Like I use it a lot in a lot of stuff. I add it and then I still add my Maggi cube. So I'm just gonna push this forward, turn my stove, cook this for 10 to 15 minutes before adding water because I want it to be really concentrated. With my cow skin, I'm going to season it as well. I'm just gonna add salt. And then I add my chicken bouillon powder. And my beef is been cooking for a bit. Like I did come in and added some water and 2 seasoning cubes. I thought I recorded that part, but unfortunately I didn't. I realized I did not. Sorry about that. But then I just added a little bit of water and then I added 2 Maggi cubes. Now I am just going to taste and make sure my seasoning is right. Oh my goodness, it really tastes so good. This is one dish that you don't want to go too crazy with seasoning, so I have just Maggi and salt for now. If you like your spicy, you can as well add pepper, but because my kids love Eru and they don't eat spicy food, I'm not gonna add that. But then I will boil my pepper, or I can just throw it in towards the end so it doesn't get bursted inside. Now we are going to check the kanda as well. You can see it's boiling beautifully, just making sure it's not sticking on the bottom of the pot. So I'm just gonna let that cook and just come in once in a while to check. So while my beef is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and add my bonga because it takes a while to cook. The only fish that I'll be adding later on will be my catfish because catfish doesn't take long to cook and I don't want it to get all scattered in my Eru. Been cooking your Eru without adding bonga, you've been doing it all wrong because bonga takes your Eru to another level that you can't even begin to imagine. So the beef is been cooking and I'm sure it's ready. I actually did come in and check. So you want the water to be dry, like almost completely dry, but not quite. Just leave a little bit of water. Tasting for your seasoning and making sure it's okay. I'm gonna add half of my crayfish. Make sure you taste for your seasoning. This is my spinach. Like I said, I love the leaf spinach. The leafy spinach is from Walmart and it's all leaf. You can see that, very clean and very green. Don't know if I showed you earlier, but then like it's all leaves, and that is why I love it so much because I don't like stems in my Eru. You want to make sure you mix this. I'm gonna let it cook before I can go ahead and add my Eru. So while letting the spinach to cook, I went ahead and added my smoked catfish because it doesn't take long to cook. So while the spinach is cooking, you're just gonna cook together the catfish. You want to make sure it tastes and make sure everything tastes really good. If it doesn't taste good at this point, you want to adjust everything. I'll tell you the quantity of salt or Maggi to add as usual, but just add to taste. This is my hot water and this is my dry Eru. The reason I'm putting this in here is like reviving the Eru, like making it to look almost like fresh. As you put your hot water, it's gonna just revive it and soften the Eru as well, so it's not completely looking dry or tasting really like chows. I don't know if you can see really here. If you see closely, it looks like fresh, like it was just revived. Turn it right away because I don't want it to change the color, because if it stays in here for a little longer, it's just going to completely change the color. So our spinach has completely soft. Now this is the Eru that we just washed from the hot water. You can see how green this is looking. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add my Eru. I don't want to touch it with my hands because it's still hot, because it's coming out from hot water. And before adding your Eru, you want to make sure you taste for seasoning. After adding the Eru and mixing, you still want to go ahead and taste again to make sure everything tastes really, really good. Add my Maggi crevette and Maggi cube just to accompany the Maggi crevette because it's not enough. And now I'm just gonna add the remaining crayfish that we set aside. So for me, sometimes for me to ease my mixing process, I will just go ahead and add my palm oil. So I'm gonna go ahead. I love this particular brand and in this container because none goes to waste, since my spoon can I can actually go in with my spoon and scoop it out. This is one dish that takes a lot of oil, but then you don't want to go too crazy with the oil. I've not forgotten our cow skin. The reason I haven't added the cow skin just yet is because it was completely cooked. I don't want it to get too soft, because if it gets too soft, it loses the taste of cow skin and you don't get to enjoy it. That's why I will be adding it when I know everything is almost ready. Like when it's dry and you're trying to mix, everything is not going to be blended really good, and then you might end up adding too much Eru and it becomes like chows. Oh my goodness, this I can't even say nothing because this is so good. All I added wasn't enough. I'm just going to go ahead and add some more oil. For you, if you're waiting to see oil all over the place, you will not see that because I just want the oil to be right. And at this point, you want to adjust anything to adjust, but mine tastes perfectly. So there's nothing to adjust at this point. I'll just let it dry, but I'll come in occasionally and stir, making sure it's not burning too much. But then I want that slightly burnt flavor. The reason I'm not covering my pot is because I don't want the color of the Eru to change and become dark. I want it to be this green. That's why I'm not gonna cover it. Like from the time I added the Eru, no, I didn't cover my pot again. And now our Eru is ready. You can see just oil on here, no more water. And also you want to look at your spoon when you dig deep. You want to look at that. If you see any trace of water, you know there's the water inside, but then I see only oil. So this is my cow skin completely cooked. I'm just gonna go ahead and add it. I'm just gonna let the cow skin blend in just for 2 minutes, and then everything will be ready. And if you do try this afterwards, let me know in the comment section. This is giving the Eru vibes. Like my entire house is like smelling Eru, and it's not just any Eru, it's wonderful. Let's get into the kitchen. Have you been craving for that Eru, like that one in town Eru? grab a seat and relax. Let's get into it. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you've been watching us to this point and you're still not a subscriber, please consider subscribing so you do not get left out from this amazing content. See, we give you premium content. What are you still waiting for? Hurry now and subscribe, and do not forget to check on our other recipes that we have on the channel. We have a lot more than you can ever think of in this channel. Thank you and bye bye.